Okay. I did some stuff and adjusted things. So now it's gonna be better forever. I'm gonna try and get started on some of this dry brushing bit. A little bit nervous about it. Wondering if I could get some kind of like exercise ball that would improve circulation to my fingers. But I'm guessing that circulation to the fingers begins with like the back, the spine and shit. It's a little better. Hey, Miara's given a subscription. Thank you very much. I super appreciate that. That's nuts, dude. Did it run out, or are you like, are you trying to get ahead of the curve? I want to check something on that note. Okay, yeah, it looks like it lapsed. Ouch. I bit my own body with my own mouth. I'm not really sure. Hell yeah. Alright, well, on that note, I'm gonna need models to paint. I think the finger thing is from the back. Well, then I don't know what to do about it, man. But I gotta do something. I have these exercise thingies that I don't do. Thank you for being on. Well, thanks so much for saying that. Honestly, I've been fucking depressed today. Well, just lately, but I don't know. I don't know, it's been a weird day. And I know you guys have had your own struggles today for sure. But I just tried to change up, do something a little different with I had such a different energy. And today I woke up this morning, there was no power in the house, and so there was no coffee. And so I grabbed a book of all cockamamie things and sat by an open window and started reading under natural light. And like just as I was like, this is really nice, the power came back on. And I leapt from my seat to see what was through the shutters open and went, it's Christmas Day, and made some coffee. Anyway, but I spent a large part of the day, I actually picked the book back up and spent a large part of the day reading. It was pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and start this dry brushing process on these dudes, and I want to try and not mess up, I guess. Coffee's so good. What did you read? I have been reading the James Rolfe autobiography, The Angry Video Game Nerd Person. And it's been fantastic. I've always felt like he and I had some things in common, and the book has really confirmed that, except his life has been successful, which is fine. But it's still been really refreshing to read. On a positive note, I had a pretty nice reflection. You know, I wanted to make films, and I wanted to be like a YouTube content creator or something of the like, but I think the place where I've always really shined was with live performance, whether being in a band or being in a play or being on live radio or live television. And I realized that Twitch is live performance still. It's in that vein, right? I'm not necessarily, it's a different kind of performance, I guess, but I don't know. It's still within my core, artistic pursuit. It's not too bad. I think it's the Christmas Eve broadcast with the chaotic MIDI music and the flashbacks of being on radio and stuff was a nice reminder. This is probably not a necessary step, but I'm trying to clean this off so that it doesn't tear through the primer on the bases, but it's probably going to tear through the primer on the bases anyway. I guess I'm also it looked like something I could kill even more time with. Stall, also known as stalling. Hurts my hands too, which is a nice benefit. Extra benefit. Don't be afraid. Just make sure you get them pretty dry. Look at you, Mr. Entertainer. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep peeling skin off of things. For visual AMSR. Here you go. Here's your visual AMSR of the day. I could make a YouTube series where I'm just peeling the scabs off of GW paint pots. But yeah, I was thinking about all the time and effort it takes to make YouTube videos, and then you're not there when you put the video out, and then you come back and you see what people have thought, right? But on Twitch, it's all happening live, and it's closer to radio and stage like theater performance in that respect. All right. Well, that was a big waste of time. Well, I bought these tweezers from an electronics specialty store, and I use them for my soldering projects. But they have turned into tiny fiber removers for painting miniatures, and they work really well. It was not a waste of time. Oh, peeling off that paint? I don't know. Thanks. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's been working on art all day. I don't know if it's supposed to reveal that. Now I'm gonna keep fussing with the mic. Because I can. Don't worry, Jeremy, I haven't clocked in yet. Okay, so now I gotta pick out what size dry brush. This one. Honestly, it's kind of hard to know. I don't want to overdo it. Oops, wrong button. Clock in. Now. Okay, I'm officially at work. Hey, glitch loading. Welcome in. Thanks for the little cheer there. Let's see if we can't paint something for you. What are you working on? Are you working on a thing? I'm working on a thing. Starting now. Okay, this is the very first dude with this step. So let's not blow it. It's always kind of special for me when I get on here at night to paint. These two colors are really cool together. So my main, the threshold I don't want to overshoot. Hey, Heretic, thank you so much. My gosh. You guys are too nice today. Glitch loading. Thanks, I'm actually brand new to Warhammer. I don't have any models or paint yet. I'm looking at making Necron army, so your tagline caught my eye. Well, welcome in. That's so wonderful. Welcome to this strange and fascinating hobby. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. And yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy teaching, which isn't to say that I am a good teacher. But if you have any questions, I do really enjoy sharing resources and advice. So you can feel free to ask questions if you want. If I can help, I will try to, or whatever. Whatever, man. These are the first Necrons I've ever painted, and honestly, they are really intimidating to me for some reason, and it's part of the reason I am my objective is to take a really, really simple but bold approach. Will it work? I guess we're gonna find out together, aren't we? Thank you guys so much for the subs. I don't know. The ball's starting to roll. Heads will roll. I did get my first Twitch payout right. I think it was on my birthday, and I have been slowly picking from it just for things that are going to go back into the broadcast and into the hobby. Well, more so into the broadcast. So it's been really, really cool to have this small pool of kind of like purposeful funds where I can buy tools for this broadcast. I was going to say, I think it's about time that I invested in a Vortex mixer, and they're about $80 for a good one. And it's like, to do it on my own, I'm like, do I really need an $80 mixer? But crowdfunded, I think it's going to happen before too long. And yeah, I don't know. Because I made that, most of you guys have seen, I made a jigsaw mixer, paint mixer, but it's just, it's not very practical. Having a dedicated Vortex mixer on the tabletop would be a lot stronger and smaller footprint, etc. Modest. I've never painted before, so I'll probably just watch and learn. I believe it will work. It always works. He's an artist. Yep. Well, there's nothing wrong with just painting these guys solid metallic and throwing a wash on there. I used an airbrush for this. I'm basically new to OSL, object source lighting, and I wanted to try an extreme execution of the technique. Anyway, I think this guy's good. That's so cool. You know what this looks like? Delicious port wine cheddar spreadable cheese spread. That's where the inspiration came from, because we were getting our port wine cheddar spread on this Christmas, that's for sure. We bought 2 logs of it for my birthday party, and then no one showed up, so I had to eat 2 logs of it by myself, and it was gross. and amazing. I was looking at painting a Novak Dynasty army. Silver and red color scheme, which are two of my favorite colors. Go for it. Sounds great. So this is my test rock from the other day that I'm emulating. Kind of wondering if I should have a little bit more towards the peak, the apex, the zenith, if you will. Anyway, this first guy has gone just fantastically. And I'm gonna put him down now and hope that the next dude goes as well. If they could all go this well, I'll be in luck. Okay. There should be 2 copies of each dude. All right. This time I'll remember to close the lid. Okay, everybody cross their fingies. I think I was trying to say that rock looks absolutely amazing. It is the best rock that has ever been born of this earth. I should probably write stats for it. Kill team stats. I'll include it with the finished models from the client. Let me know if anyone feels like my the music needs to go down a little bit. I don't know if my voice is competing with the music, but I'm always adjusting the knobs and then I have to readjust them constantly.
People can get a cheeseburger anywhere, okay? They come to Tchotchkes for the atmosphere and the attitude. Okay, that's what the flair's about. It's about fun.
Well, thanks so much, dude. Because if you like the fun and attitude and stuff, then You've come to the right place. Okay, I think I pulled too much highlights down towards the bottom, but that's okay. Thank you very much for the follow. I feel like this, I'm gonna snap this guy. Better not. Too much attention down by his left foot. That's okay. Vibes are off the charts. That's great. Which kind of vibes are you referring to at this particular moment? It is hell of eckin' vibing in here today. For what my money can buy. I appreciate it. Somebody who's younger than me needs to understand, or somebody who's younger than me needs to decode for me. Okay, we gotta go. Next, we gotta go on to the next here. But yeah, the color scheme here is port wine cheese spread. That's basically what I'm going for. The vibes I'm laying. The vibes I'm dunking. Dunkin' Donuts, baby. I appreciate it. I do. Slightly different vibes than Christmas Eve tonight. Typically, I broadcast at it's 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm usually on at about 11 a.m. Between like 11 and 3. All right, next. I am dry brushing. I started this morning with a Airbrush primer, a dark Panzer gray primer, and then I did a large OSL spotlight of Screamer Pink. And now I'm dry brushing Squig Orange. It's an attempt to do less work with a bolder result. My eyes are wigging out tonight. Oh. All right, let's do it. Nope, too heavy. The first dry brush is always the best, man. I swear. I got a weird random question for y'all. It might not even apply, but if you could meet one YouTube hobby hero, who would it be? Like if you could meet and share one alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage with one hobby hero, YouTube hobby hero. I guess it could be Twitch too. But who would it be? I'll try and start, but I'm struggling. It's easy for me to say Uncle Adam, Tabletop Minions, but for me it would probably be either Uncle Adam, then the other two aren't as well known, but Kevin from Always Bored, Never Boring in the UK, or Drive-Through Review dude. Can't remember his name. Cheers. What did you guys say? I just got into the hobby recently. I'm doing Necrons, but they look like a child's finger painting. I don't know, just go with it, man. Maybe they've been manifested by some killer child. I'll take a seat and ask questions. This guy got me roped into the hobby and guided me well. That's a true story, yeah. I figured you would have said Vince. No. But what would anyone else say? I kind of expect no one thinks about this but me, so. Welcome to the hobby, though. There's two new people in here. It's lovely. And yeah, I do like sharing of information and answering questions. So feel free to ask if you want like referrals to resources or anything or whatever. Whatever, man. Oh, cool. All right, he's looking port wine cheddar-y enough, I think. So I definitely don't want to lose all the pink. What part in the process do you add the green glow? Well, I've never painted these guys before, so I'll find out. But what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna do these highlights and then the edge highlights, and then I'm gonna come around to the other side and do the reverse highlights, and then I'm at the end. I'm thinking about trying to use the airbrush to do glow, like pinpoint like spotlights of white where I want glowy bits, at least round glowy bits. Wow, big ass hair in this. Just keeps coming and coming. What was the thing? And then I'm gonna glaze over them with a fluorescent green is the word. So the glowy bits will be at the end. I'm gonna try and do all of my colors and my highlights first. But that's not to say I would do it that way if I were doing a different, like taking a different approach. This is a pretty unusual, this is like all brand new territory for me. So, to sit and have brew with, that's a hard answer to give. I'm just kind of throwing the paint on there. I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, I think that there's something powerful to be said about not being afraid to just jump in and start moving paint around, because you're going to start learning really fast. But I mean, if you really haven't painted anything before and you haven't watched any tutorials, I definitely would, you know, try and find like an intro video that's going to talk about like how to prepare the miniatures before you paint them. If you want to avoid like a certain level of heartache. Eons of Battle, welcome in. Is that one of the plastic molded bases? It is. This is a commission, so it was sent to me this way, but I know that these are like aftermarket Necrons bases that were a third party kind of thing. That the owner of the models ordered and slapped them together, baby. And I'm going to be ignoring pretty much all of the detail on those lovely, amazing, super detailed, everything glows bases, because if I painted all the details on these models, oh my god, the client would be paying way too much, and I probably would be a little much. These guys are really detailed. Like, these guys were really intimidating to me, but I think it's part of that reason is just that I haven't ever painted Necrons before. So I'm taking an approach where I'm trying to make simple, broad, and bold choices. Technique. But OSL is still pretty fresh to me. And doing something where it's like completely blown out by OSL, it actually seems easier in my head, because then I don't actually have to break up the colors if it's all just this. But there's gonna be some in between stuff. I'm noticing that I have the jitters really bad. I think it might be from the tannins in the tea. I don't know. Although mint is supposed to not have tannins, so I don't know, man. Tea never seems to really agree with me. But thanks for popping in, checking it out. Maybe Necrons are hot right now, I don't know. I just paint what he gives me, man. He give me the models, I paint the models. I take her the money. Sergio Calvo, maybe, or Trovararian. I've been using the Wraithbone as a base, then using the Tesseract on top for the glow. It looks sick when it works, but it looks like Dookie when it just giant white spots. The local gaming store had a paint day I went to, but they were pretty much like, just use contrast paint. Yeah, we have too much of it. You should just use that. Just buy this. Who knows what their actual motivation was. I don't know, but I just started using contrast in the last couple of months, and it's a godsend for me because I have hundreds and hundreds of unpainted miniatures, and now I have less unpainted miniatures because contrast allows me to have some paint on them versus none forever. So it's been helping me like tackle my pile of shame or whatever. Okay, I set this guy aside. Chugging along pretty quickly here. Hey. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna clock out for a minute, take a short break. Hopefully I remember to clock back in. Maybe it needed a dash of water. Not sure what you're talking about. I also have 3D printed models because I'm broke. Definitely not as detailed as the real thing. They can be, sort of. There's some really good printers out there. They are not very good in Kill Team, though. They did just get bust with the rules. Oh, hey, Deadwing. He's sneaking in. I was wondering how well they did in the new Kill Team box. They're very meh. Aren't they all? Alright, I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'll be right back. Nice. Well, probably good that you're not waiting till it's all painted to play. That can be a pretty painful choice. I have my first GW purchase was Space Hulk, and I spent over a year painting it and never finished it. And then I finally played the game, and I was like, I don't think I like this very much. Oops. Oh yeah, so Deadwing is the client that I'm painting this for. If anybody wanted to ask him where these bases are from. I'll just ask him right now, where are these bases from? Is there a reason you do one side at a time? That's this color of light is only coming from one direction, if that's what you mean. So I'm only painting this weird purple, pink, orange, port wine cheddar flavored light source. And this is the first time I've done a paint job with this particular idea. So I'm also just figuring it out as I go. But I did make a test rock that I like enough to possibly write rules for. Thank you guys so darn daggity much for hanging out with me for a while tonight. Kind of rare for me to do a night paint. The army is absolutely broken right now. TEC Huli. Target playing Necrons. How many wounds would it have, or would it be special item? Alright, cool. You guys talking about shit I don't know about, which is lovely. Means I don't have to respond. I don't play any of the competitive Warhammer games. Pretty much only play cooperative boxed games and paint for other people. Blue Imperium. Thanks, Belly. Thanks for coming in. What is the Imperium? I am subscribed to the Imperium. Is that a magazine? Or a newsletter? Or a YouTube channel? Space Marines is no, I know that, but it sounded like when you said I'm subscribed, it's Yay Imperium, because you get constant model paints and magazine like stuff, and the great site is lots and lots of Necrons, like some subscription thing where you're getting models in the mail. Like I know there was some magazine, like official magazine subscription through Games Workshop in the UK, where, and maybe they brought it to the US as well, where you got like slowly build a 40k army, and you get like models and paints and stuff every month with a magazine that tells you how to put them together, paint them, and came with like a mini game each time. It was kind of like an escalation league, but in magazine form, I guess. Is that the kind of thing you're talking about over there? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Yep, got lots of models, and you get special bonus too if you get $3 back in order to Chaos Works. Is it a GW thing, or is it some other like a third party thing? One thing I'm realizing tonight, I think that normally there's sunlight coming in behind me, and it helps reduce the glare on the screen. Oh no, it's this thing. That's why I moved this light way over here. Probably. Oh well, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Having a little bit of trouble seeing the screen. Alright, let me blush up his shoulder pads. They're like the cheekbones of the Necrons. Gotta put those highlights in. Blend and blend and blend. Hopefully I don't lose sight of my original guidelines. I'm very prone to doing that. Like each model I'll like push a little further and further until like they're out of sync by the end. Then I gotta go all the way back to the beginning and start again, man. Oh, but I don't know, this step is going pretty smooth and it's going pretty fast, so I'm grateful. Terrified to paint the doggos. I was attracted to Space Wolves first, I believe, when I was just wanted to buy something. I loved those giant riding wolves with the metal, like a synthetic metal mechanical arm. Trust me when I say those are easier than metal armor that is smooth around, huh? I mean, it's everyone does it differently. I can't stand it when people go, those models paint up quick. They're easy. They paint up quick. It's like, it's totally subjective. How many of these bad boys do you have to do? I think there's like 16 or something. I haven't counted. Too many. Enough to make me nervous. There's enough to make me nervous enough to not want to count how many there are. More than 5, less than 20. There's probably gonna have to be major points of detail that I just skip on these dudes in order to keep it affordable for the client. Like my goal is here is super simple, super effective, bold flavor. So that's my objective. Hopefully I can achieve it. I guess they're a little synth wavy looking at the moment. One could argue. It wasn't really my intention, per se. Okay, now let's buff those cheeks. Let's buff those cheekbones, honey. Joke misfire. Kind of nervous, honestly, with all these new people flowing in. I don't know what's gonna ever happen if there's like more people than I can keep up with chatting. If that ever happens, Miara, I'm gonna have to ask you to step up and do crowd management for me. You get promoted. I guess you can actually put in, you can slow down the chat, which I might do. But also, like, I haven't done commission in a while, so I could just stop and read every single nuanced thing. And, you know, but now, right now I'm on the clock, so I know it's all fine. But bear with me if I miss anyone's chats. That looks pretty cool from the front. With that subtle. See, I wanted to leave plenty of black, and then I also want to leave some bits where just the pink is showing with no orange. That's right, I tend to kill all my shadow. Every project is another opportunity to not do that. So far it's 0 and 100 though. Aye, aye, Captain. Thanks. I gotta say, that German Panzer Gray primer I got from Vallejo, I'm very satisfied with it so far. At first, it was one of those things where I was like, what was I thinking? It's so close to black, I'm never gonna use it, but it's much more towards the center of the color wheel, and therefore, I think it looks like a naturally desaturated mid-tone. And will work a lot better than a black for in almost any scenario I can think of. So it might replace my black for now. But especially for like an OSL, like has the transition shadow between the OSL and a secondary light source. I don't know if that will make sense without me like demonstrating, but it feels pretty good to have some semblance of what the hell I'm doing after all this time in this hobby. I think I'm starting to get some things, starting to connect some dots. I think I've been painting for about 6 years. But yeah, so I looked up, I've been on the affiliate program for 4 months now. And it looks like the pace is picking up since then, which is good. Really, is it worth me looking into it? Are you talking about the Vallejo primer? If you want to do the thing that I was just specifically talking about, it's better than what I was using, but that's not much of a, educated piece of advice. Yeah, and yes, I have been a staunch Citadel only paint person for a very long time, until I tried the paint I accidentally bought was the Vallejo metal color line, gunmetal, and it's this amazing versatile metallic paint. And then I wanted to get some fluorescent paint. Actually, Vince Venturilla was the motivator for me to get a few additional colors from Vallejo that he was using, and then also just GW doesn't have fluorescent paints, so I had to go somewhere else, and I'm glad I did, because starting to discover some other paints of theirs that I like as well. But then, of course, I guess I bought their black brush-on primer a long time ago to try for winter painting. And it's great, especially when you can't prime, when you can't rattle can. Here, I need to get some more on this brush. Welcome in, first-time chatter, System KKX. Hello. Well, hello to you. What's the point of contrast paints? When in the painting process do you apply it? I'm assuming over the base layer, but before highlighting, and how do you know which contrast paint to pick and use? Ooh, I actually just got the Vallejo gunmetal paint, and I used it. I like it a lot. This one? The metal color one? I love it. Well, the short answer, I guess, is for the contrast paint question is, you can use it any way you want. And I can tell you what I did with it and how I got into it was I had like 100 zombies to paint. I zenithal primed them all black and white, but I kind of wish I had just done them solid white, and then I just put like basically a single layer of contrast paint over the entire project and kind of just got a feel for it. And now since I got a feel for them, I started incorporating them into other paint jobs, and they can be quite versatile and be used for quite a number of different things. If you're familiar with GW shades, which I was just saying, I'd always been a GW paint only person for like 6 years that I've been painting. But one thing I always wanted from GW shades was a heavier body shade. And for me, contrast paints answer that you know, that need or that desire. So, like for example, instead of just whenever I use Null Oil, I've always wanted it to be more pigment heavy. And now essentially I have about 4 different versions of Null Oil with all their different grays and blacks through the contrast range. But yeah, I would recommend just trying 1 or 2 over like a solid white or a cream color, and or a zenithal, and just don't take it too seriously and just get your feet wet. And I don't know if that answered your question, but that was unanswered. That was my answer. And the point of them, I think the point of them is to make money. But the point I use them for is getting through my backlog of excessive stock of filler miniatures and games that would otherwise never be painted. I'm just able to quickly paint them solid white or do a zenithal and then go over them quickly with contrast, and then I have some paint. Many, many models that would never have been painted at all have now been painted completely. And it's also helped me to take things less serious, which is something I really needed to do. The hobby was taking painting too seriously to where it was creating anxiety instead of alleviating anxiety. And contrast paint, I can't tell you how many times I said thank goodness for contrast paint on the recent paint job I just did. Pretty sure I just teared the primer off. Definitely on this green plastic. That's what happens sometimes, man. Anyway, if anyone wants to check out my Instagram or my DeviantArt where there's higher quality pictures, links are in the about, or there's little shortcut things. But I just finished up 20 Fantasy Skaven using zenithal and contrast. And I tried to do it real fast and loose. And that's the story of my life. Thanks for asking. Cheers. Woohoo.
Large jump!
Are there any brushes I would recommend? I would recommend these brushes for if you're interested in dry brushing. This is an ELF, which stands for eyes, lips, and face, by the way. It came in a variety pack. They have these white handles. I don't know, it was probably like $7, but it really... Wait a minute, scratch that. They didn't come in a variety pack. I bought these 2 ELF brushes, separate, singles. They were probably about $1 to $3 a piece. They're great. I love them. And then I also bought this other, was a variety pack of this off-brand thing, so I can't really recommend it, but makeup brushes. However, usually my problem with dry brushes, no, I can't recommend brushes. Thanks for asking. I don't use any natural hair brushes. All the brushes I use are incredibly cheap. And my issue with dry brushes is usually I want the smallest one I can possibly get, and to the point where I have to make my own by cutting a regular brush in half or even less. The one brush I use for all of my heavy lifting painting is an out-of-production brush by Liquitex. It's a number 2 round Liquitex synthetic brush from like 19 whatever. And I get them from a liquidation art store that bought like 10 million of them. So every time I go in there, I just buy like 10 of them. Thanks for asking. I appreciate the questions, and I hope that there is some amount of benefit in my responses. A bunch of those brushes, they were great. I don't know. I don't know what that means. What do you use for fine detail? The same brush that I just mentioned. A Liquitex Basic number 2 out of production round USA. You know, I have pretty much never feel a need to go smaller than this. And if I ever do, it's more about trying to sneak through a crack. So I have like one of those like really long, thin brushes, and I put a little tiny dab on the very tip, and I'll get through a crack and like put a dot on that, dot an eye or something. But yeah, I don't really do fine detail. But I mean, all you need is a tip. The tip is king. Actually, the belly is king, in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe that's insightful to some degree. It's nice to have a little bit of traction on here tonight. I feel like, I don't know. There's not many people here late at night. I feel like usually when I broadcast, it's kind of like the UK hours, like Eastern continents hours in continents. Going and buying a bunch of makeup brushes tomorrow. Well, just don't. Well, you do you for sure, but if you're going off of my advice, I would say don't spend too much. Like I was saying, I find it a lot of people, I tend to do things differently than a lot of the like advice giving channels say to do them. For whatever reason, it's not on purpose, it is. So I would say go smaller. The smallest round puffy makeup brushes you can find. I very rarely even go this big. This is like, I don't know, but maybe I'm always learning and I'm always changing it up. So I don't know, maybe this is the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship with this bigger brush, but I doubt it. Probably gonna cheat on me. Anyway, I usually go with, I'll show you. My typical dry brush is the one on the left. Okay, and here's my pointer finger. I use this one the most, and I use this one the most, which is like it was a 50-cent toy Crayola crayon like brush that I cut the end off of. But that's me. I'm going to the dollar store. Oh, cool, yeah. That sounds great. Knock yourself out. I was buying this over 20 brushes and $20. I might actually go back and get them. I love dry brushing. One of the hardest things I've had to learn is to stop painting the minis to be viewed 3 inches away from my face and try more for them being viewed 3 to 5 feet away. Because it's a lot of wasted time and detail where no one's ever going to be able to see it unless they're holding it 3 inches away from their face and they have 4 lights around them like I do right now. Like, the lighting when I'm painting and the lighting when these guys are on the table is going to be crazy different, typically. So I'm trying to push my contrast, my dynamic range of value further and cut the mids and save time and have a stronger product all at the same time. But I am not a painter, traditional painter by trade or whatever. Eek, I just tore it. I knew I was gonna fucking tear that. It doesn't really matter. It's just the base rim. This guy's at a different angle than the other guys, man. I don't know why this track is so quiet. All right, let's buff those cheekbones. Best I can. Yo. Thank you. Oh yeah, so I was trying to make a point that for me, like dry brushing creates a really natural, smooth blend at a tabletop distance much faster and more accurately than my brain can like paint it as like a painter would do a fine painting. Kind of like the airbrush. The airbrush doesn't lie. Like, if you want to know how light affects a model, hit it with an airbrush because it basically acts like a flashlight that shoots paint. And that was the #1 reason that the purchase of an airbrush increased my painting game or whatever, progressed my painting thinking. Kind of introduced me to OSL and bounce light, the natural overspray of the airbrush emulates bounce light, which is something I never even thought of until I just watched the airbrush do its thing. But now I actually overbrush colors on purpose, messy on purpose to emulate real life. Am I really that out of focus? Yeah, base rim jobs. Always. Now you gotta give the... Yeah, I know. A rim... I gotta, turn the drums. I'm gonna head to bed, but it's been great chatting. Have a blessed night. I'll be back to pest you. More questions. That sounds just lovely. It's been my pleasure. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually going to break out one of my smaller dry brushes right now because I want to get into these crevasses. I'm gonna get these side spine bits that are down this crevasse. And now you can see why I'd use the smallest dry brush possible. There are tons of little bits that I can get to with this that I can't get to with the large one. I could swear the lighting is darker on the main camera, but it shouldn't be. None of the settings have changed that I know of. Good night. We'll catch you on another stream. Have a great evening. You too. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I might wrap it as well soon. We'll see. No Tomb Raider tonight. Nighty naughty. Naughty night. Okay. No, I'm not. Are you? Naughty night. What's up, Deadwing? Oh wow, I'm almost done with these dudes. Let's do these two little dudes. I don't know if you heard this earlier, Deadwing, but I realized that the color scheme for this is port wine cheddar cheese spread. It's a beautiful rendition of spreadable ooey gooey cheesy cheese chos. Yum yum. Spreadable edible cheesy chos. Cheese. This one's a little trickier for me to figure out, but I think it'll be all right. Upperbots is what I like to call them. It does look like some spicy chips, like flaming hot Doritos. No, man, it's port wine cheddar. Don't you know about port wine cheddar? It's like cheddar, but better. Yeah, I've had it before. It's pretty good. Does look really weird for cheese. I'd have to agree. I feel like it'd be kind of a cop-out to stop before I tackle the last 4 bigger dudes. But I might. It's pretty, so is the OSL just on one side? Yes. Sort of. There'll be two light sources, and then they're all, no. So then the glowing green bits are gonna be all individual OSL bits. The main light source is this. The overwhelming, like, spotlight effect is coming from the port wine cheddar dome. Port wine cheddar spotlight. I wanna add ears. Hey, Sarah. Here, let me go to the bathroom and stuff. I'll be back. Wish I had a nice warm drink that wasn't tea. I think I need to go back to some of these earlier ones and maybe buff their shoulder pads a little stronger. I don't know, maybe I don't. Anyway, let's get back to work. Are you working tomorrow, Miar? Did you only take one day off, or are you taking the whole week off, baby? I think it's gonna be popcorn for dinner again. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's what I'm hoping. Is that it'll look badass with less effort. Badasser. Quit playing sad songs. Pissing me off. Pissing me off with those sad songs. Alright, let's try this. This might help. I think one of the problems that is what it... Okay. I think I haven't had my voice monitor up high enough for my tastes. Can't wait to see how these turn out with Jesse Unchained. That's what's happening. I told you, man. I was like, I got a crazy idea and I feel really good about it. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you working with me rather than against me or whatever, you know?
Launch jump!
Day off, and I only took this extra day off, but I do get Friday off. Yay! I don't like keeping you too late here. When I know you got the physical labor job in the morning, you know? Whoa. I figured out if I just soak this entire handle head in like soapy water or a glass cleaner, ammonia-free glass cleaner, all this paint will just peel right off and it's like brand new again, which is kind of cool. But I think I should get a second one of these that I just never use the airbrush on. It's pretty chill at work this week. Somebody took off this week at work, right? Are you, are you working from home still, Deadwing? I think that you are. Alright, let's get on to this next dude. Make sure I'm clocked in. An extended video game lunch today. That's cool. I used to go to Ross on my lunch breaks. And shop for clothes. Feels kind of like pointless going to work at this job. Yeah, I think that's happened to a lot of jobs. I want to play Warhammer Quest. Supposedly I get to actually play Warhammer Quest with friends in about 2 weeks. And honestly, it feels like waiting for Christmas to me. The prospect of actually playing with other people. A game that I actually love. Hopefully I don't overdo this guy. Not really sure how I'm gonna tackle these excessive blade bits, but I'll worry about it later. It's a little strong. That's where the water was hiding. That's why the first dip of the dry brush is the only good one, man. Never get rid of the excess of water. He is a mini commander dude. Purple and orange is so sick. Thanks, sir. It's the darks that really set it off. Right, Bob Ross? Don't lose those nice darker. The dark side. Hey Sarah, you know what I'm talking about. I think I was heavily influenced by that port wine cheddar cheese spread that we were so into over the holiday. 'Cause this is like exactly So I decided to put the darks towards the front of the dudes. So then they have their ominous little glowing green eye. It's going to be like terrifying. It's going to be awesome. Like there's so much light happening, but then they're still going to look like they're in the darkness murdering you today. Way too much. Couldn't help it. There was water in the brush now. I hate it. I hate when people say to start dry brushing, get your brush wet. Makes me crazy. I'm not saying they're wrong. Just saying makes me crazy. It's wrong for me. Yeah, this guy's gonna look so terrifying with one glowing green eye. I think also being real minimal about which bits I make glow. And I think that's why I don't want to make their blades glow. I'm not really sure what I'll do with that bit, but... Oh, that's funny. You just happened to be asking me about that. Do I keep your dry brush a little wet all the time? Hell no. It's the worst thing ever. Since you got models bare plastic, you can clean up mold lines before priming. Since you got models bare plastic, did you clean up mold lines before priming? No. I didn't want to charge you for scraping mold lines, so I just didn't even... You want to really lose some money on me. I mean, I'd be happy to do that, but I really take my time doing that kind of stuff. And, yeah. I know you're talking about the port wine cheese, and basket cheese, and cheese, place whole hard setting cheese. I can see the last time ever kills him, DZA. Oh, good idea for playing in space. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I haven't been around. Yeah, I bought like enough cheese for 10 people and then only 5 people came, so I had to eat a lot of cheese. I had to. There was no other choice. Anyway, let's put this guy down, shall we? This guy's got too much crap on him. Wow, I feel like I need an even larger dry brush for this dude. Pee-wee, stuff a sock in it. It's a very feminine sculpt. I really like it for that, but I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be feminine. I wish they had... Well, I guess they didn't really need to do anything differently. It's really cool. A feminine undead robot skeleton is alright with me. And she got tentacles today. She got tentacles on for days. Does the main camera look funky to you guys? Is it too dark? It might have got bumped off of its setting. Oh well. I'm just gonna leave it. And I can never remember which knob is the aperture and which one's the exposure. Will be sexy metal. It will. I think it already is. I couldn't listen to the complaining anymore. See, like I said at the beginning of this process, like I was probably going to get slowly heavier and heavier handed until the models at the end are like way more orange than the ones at the beginning. That's what happens, man. This is a freaking amazing model. Yeah, I should zoom out a little. These guys are doing some big ones now, so. Yeah, I mean, a little more. It's super effective. Okay, 2 more, and then I might do a little touch up. I know, right? So cool. Yeah. You guys remind me of the Bone Reapers. Of the Bone Reapers. Not sure what those are. So I waste my money on ears and I get nothing. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget. I mean, honestly, thank you for the reminder, because it doesn't make a sound, and sometimes I forget. And it's a lot of points. Alright, this one's going to be a pain in the ass. Well, I just needed to support it some way. Man, it's crazy how much these jump up and how elaborate. Oops. One of those tricky as hell to put together. Oh, I bet. Jeez. Eek. Yeah, it's definitely the kind of model that I would really enjoy just building. Just to admire the craftsmanship. Please don't snap. I'm glad that this plastic has a little bit of flex to it. Yeah, side note, Jeremy, I've said it before, but if you ever want me to build for you, I will. I really enjoy building, and I'm super meticulous about fitting and removing mold lines. But anyway. That could be a good thing or a bad thing for a customer, so I don't know. Man. Hard to keep track of the direction of the light on this guy. You guys will have to excuse me if I can't catch all the chats right now. This one's taking a lot of focus. Yep. Thanks, Mira. Hmm. Excuse me. Well, this one's a little harder to make succinct, but it's alright. Just make it look like stuff. The client won't notice. Alright, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yep. Oh man, I was trying to fall asleep. You can. If you believe. I won't be on too much longer here. I'm on the last dude, but then he has two forms. No, I might go back to the beginning and put a little extra buff on some of these dudes' cheekbones. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the ongoing support. And then he plays Tomb Raider. Oh my god, hell no. If it was a weekend. If Miara didn't have to work tomorrow. I'm in the mood for Star Trek right now, though. Okay, let's see. Another floppy guy. I just read this funny anecdote that I'm going to share now in the Angry Video Game Nerd autobiography, where him and Mike are decided to get drunk at a bar or something, whatever they're drinking, and then Mike is too drunk, so James is walking him home, and then Mike was so drunk he walked into like some kind of sign. A parking meter. He walked into a parking meter face first and collapsed on the ground. So then James is carrying Mike home. And then when he gets to Mike's staircase, he's so drunk that he passes out on the staircase. And Mike comes to and then picks up James and starts dragging him, walking him all the way back to his place. And it's funny. I don't know. The end. That's what friendship is, man. I mean, that's the nice little affectionate story. Thought it was cute. Coco Nonos. I wish that Coco No would be come up again somewhere in Star Trek. What if there's a Geordi figure that comes with Coco Nonos? We would have to have it. You're like, get on eBay right now. I know, it's like I'm so excited already and I don't even know if it exists. Dude, you have Geordie LaForge with the Coca No-Nos in the package. Because you know they'd get lost. You know the No-Nos would get lost. Super rare. With the Coca No-Nos intact. I really like some of these bases with the different geometry shit going on. It's really cool. Kind of makes me wish I had something like that for Blackstone Fortress, which there totally is. But I had already committed to painting them like the box art. Hopefully I didn't break the cohesion too badly right there, but just thought it deserved just a little bit. The No-Nos, yeah. With the No-Nos intact. That's what that one dude says. Okay. Man, this one feels so much better than that other one. Holy crap. Okay. So, now, do I want to go over some of these, buff some of these cheekbones a little bit more? I think I do. But just real quick. Sucks there's such a horrible gap on these guys' shoulder pads. Makes me wonder if there's supposed to be a big ass line right there. I don't think so though. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. Just clean up this brush. It's a pretty successful night, Twitch-wise, and getting stuff done-wise. Appreciate the support. Now, why is it saying that? Did those emotes not show up for you? On my end, it just says good jug. Good jug. Oh, weird. Well, whatever. Oops. I should probably just go ahead and log off here while I clean up. What? Did 5 hours today. That's cool. All right. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you again very soon. Have a good night.